Not the result, but performance-wise, what did you think?
I think overall the performance was quite good. We start very well for the first 20 minutes, creating 2-3 clear chances. Then when we concede the goal that we can avoid that kind of goal, the game changed a little bit. But again, we were in the game, we scored a goal. Also, I think in that action, the decision from the referee has been quite tough, because for me personally it's more red card than yellow card when there is not intention to go for the ball. But even with that, we start second half creating chances, starting the right way, and then after we concede the first goal, the game changed again.
Start of the second half, it did look like you could get back into it. What didn't quite happen in that second half that you wanted to see more of?
Nothing. We just, unfortunately, we just conceded one more goal that killed the game a little bit. But even with that, I think we were in the game. We tried until the end. We scored another goal that unfortunately was offside. But again, it's a game that, with the penalty, with the red card, with this kind of action on goal, it's a game that then become a little bit difficult. But I think we can learn a lot from this game.
What can you learn from this? What have you just said to your team?
Yeah, first of all, that this kind of game requires to play in the right way for 95 minutes, not just for part of the game. I think we did that for part of the game very well, but in some moment we were not good enough. But we can, as I said, we can learn many things.
Was a positive tonight Sanchez in goal?
Sanchez, Malo Gusto was very good. Cole was. I think all the team, to be honest, they were very good. Was a good performance from all of them. Now it's time to recover, because in 2 days we have another tough game.
As you said, you were happy with sort of the performance and what you saw out there. It's been so positive around the competitions that you've been playing. You've won them. Was this maybe a bit more of a reality check tonight within Champions League football?
Yeah, it's a reality, because Champions League is this kind of game, especially against Bayern, that is one of the favorites. But again, I think overall we compete quite well.
Lovely. Enzo, thank you for your time. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, good to hear from
maybe there's a bit of lack of concentration and not managing the moments correct. But like I said, I feel like we've shown that we can play against one of the best teams in the competition. Yeah, I think we deserve more, to be honest.
Has it given you, so where does it rank in terms of Champions League? You're back in it for the first time in 2 years, but does it give you confidence that you can go toe-to-toe with teams in this competition?
Yeah, the manager said to us before, he knows we can go toe-to-toe, and I think we've shown tonight despite the result. But it's a good learning curve for tonight, and to be back in the competition is nice, so just need to kick on from here.
Yeah, because at half-time, 2-1, you come out looking pretty strong. What didn't quite happen in the second half?
I don't even know, to be honest.
But a learning curve? The competition was always going to be a learning curve for Chelsea this season?
Nah, we're not coming in it to be a learning curve. I feel like we've shown tonight that we can compete, and we want to do as best as we can.
Lovely. Cole, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Cole Palmer, man of few words sometimes, but he did say a few interesting things there. He talked about lack of concentration and those sorts of things. I mean, at the end of the day, those things did come into play, and we saw that play out on the pitch as well. But I suppose you can't get away from the fact that, we were discussing it before, that there is a very, very different level to coming into the Champions League. But I suppose you have to say that Chelsea are still very well prepared, considering that they have won 2 pieces of silverware already. It's a side that are still kind of, gelling together, and they have done. They will be united in those moments that they have won things. So they're kind of on the right path, aren't they?
Yeah. Chelsea are in a good place. Like you said, 2 trophies, the World Club Cup. We didn't know what to expect from that. Winning it is opened a lot of things up. The reshuffling around, the change in the long contracts, the young players. We all know the direction the club's going in. For that man in the picture behind me, though, he'll be frustrated because he'll know that they're better than what they showed tonight in moments. Cole Palmer, we recognise it was concentration and things like that. I think tonight, I said before the game, I think we'll see where Chelsea are at. And I think that was a good indicator. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of positives. And when you've got Cole Palmer, I think you can win any game over.
Yeah, I think João Pedro looks fabulous as well. Neto's good. I just think, if I think back to those Chelsea teams that won everything. You had Petr Cech and you had Carvalho and you had John Terry. That's the basis of any team. I think that the midfield 3 is almost as good as anyone's. Caicedo, Enzo, Cole Palmer. but I still think they will probably address that in the coming windows. But I think there's a nucleus there that's going to be really special for Chelsea, and I think today just highlighted it. It's not a criticism; it's just a fact. And I thought the two young centre backs did okay, but we're talking about Diaz, Elise, and Kane, some of the top performers. So it was a big ask for them, but mistakes cost them more than anything. But I do think if they can address that centre back position, even though they got Fofana and Colwell, two fabulous players, I think they just need a little bit more experience as one of those players.
Yeah. How much are they missing Levi Colwell?
Yeah, massively. And do you know what's going to be really important in the coming weeks? We don't know how Trevor is, but keeping Fofana fit.
Yeah.
Because he's a hell of a player if he can stay fit. We've seen what he could do, but he's been blighted by injuries.
That could be a great partnership there.
Yeah,
Fofana and
there were
Colwell.
moments I think that's the frustration with Enzo. I think Levi was so good at the back end of last season, and you expect him, right, okay, he's maturing and emerging as a leader, and then he gets the injury, and then now you're looking at going to some young centre halves in Achapong and Hato and toss into.
Hato's going to be a good player for them.
Yeah,
but again, you're right. They're young boys, aren't they?
Yeah. Again, and I'll go back to it, and I'll be banging the drum for it. If you had a senior central defender in that group,
Mark Gahey, I know he was a Chelsea academy boy, but somebody like that, you can just super reliable. You just pop him in, mentor the young boys. I think having these young guys is amazing.
Yeah.
But I think having a mentor, we all had them as young kids coming through. I think Chelsea probably need like that Thiago Silva type, maybe a little bit younger, but just to help these young guys in a game like this, away from home in Munich, where it's very challenging.
Yeah.
Just want to ask a quick one on Reece James. I mean, he's the only player in that squad who was part of the Champions League winning side in 2021, playing a little bit out of position today as well. What did you make of his performance and the leadership?
He was okay. I still like Reece as a fullback. I think Enzo likes to sometimes play him in there, and I think he's been very smart with him. He's managing these minutes because Reece is in the same boat as Fofana, where he would break down, but he's had a real steady run of games over the back end of last season, the World Club Cup, and he's been used wise. I like him at right back.
I do as well.
Where he can see the game in front of him, because I think his delivery is as good as anyone. In midfield, sometimes, it's the hardest position on the pitch to play.
Yeah, and you got your back to the game.
You've got your back to the game. You're constantly. You can't switch off. Your concentration position, or you've got to have a 180 degree vision. You've got to see everything. And I'd like him at right back. So he was okay tonight, but I think.
I'll tell you who looked good when he come on. Santos.
Yeah, we like him. Yeah,
that's a player.
Yeah,
he looks so comfortable on ball. He's only a young Brazilian, but. He looks ready to go. Yeah, confident on that stage away in Munich. I just thought he took the ball. He's aggressive. He can pass it. He played that pass for Cole Palmer for the second goal, which was disallowed for offside. But he needs to play a little bit more because there's something special there.
Oh, you think like how stacked Chelsea are in the midfield
and
Lavia as well. And the forward players and everything. And you think a little bit light centre half and goalkeepers. If Sanchez gets injured, you as well. And then you look at the teams above them who are definitely above them, like Arsenal and Liverpool, and you look, there's the more balanced the squad, ain't it?
Yeah.
And you need to have a balanced squad, and that needs to be players a bit. It needs to be experience, bit of youth, 2 players in every position. Chelsea, you're not quite there yet, but they're on the right path, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, exactly. We will see how national performance and what you saw between a side who are, perennially in the Champions League into the latter stages, and this young